What else impacts the thyroid? What are the other things we should be thinking about when we think about our thyroid gland?
Now, the second most relevant factor is going to be selenium by far. So I talked about those windows we've got to where some have a broader iodine window, some have a narrower window. Well, to some extent, that is hardwired and we can't change it completely. But the biggest single factor that does change that is whether or not we're low in selenium. And that's a super useful mineral for many parts of your body, but pretty much everything your thyroid does depends upon the right amounts of selenium as well. Easiest thing to work into the diet to be assured of that is a couple Brazil nuts per day. They're this ridiculously dense source of selenium. It's in a lot of supplements, but I don't encourage extreme amounts in supplementation. You wouldn't want to go above about 200 micrograms per day in supplements. It gets to be counterproductive. But adding some to the diet by like 2 to 4 Brazil nuts per day is super helpful. And not only thyroid function, but many cancer risks, many markers of liver function, blood sugar regulation. So selenium is a powerfully helpful nutrient.
I started the Brazil nuts. The only thing you have to warn people is that they're also a very dense food, meaning I like how you say 2 to 4 because it's not
Yep.
like your cashews are, it's like 15 Brazil nuts. Oh, there's 580 calories in
Yep,
one
that's
handful. Yeah, they're a very dense food. But I remember hearing about Brazil nuts. I thought, I'm going to try this. And I remember my mom used to eat tons of Brazil nuts. So kind of,
Wow.
yeah, I don't know why. Well, oh, I do know why. We lived, not this case, but we lived in Sao Paulo, Brazil when we were younger. I'm not saying that's why, because I don't even know if Brazil nuts come from Brazil, but
They do.
they do. All right.
Yeah.
I learned something besides iodine. I learned about Brazil nuts.